Alrighty, after a long wait, it's done. So it's weird, Madden 2002 is actually slower than Madden 2001 at the simming part. So Panthers end up bringing right in there, getting the highest go at that. Where did Tony Jones end up going? He decided to go out to Cleveland and play his last remaining years, I guess. Hey, whatever. We are here in the draft. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. Not expecting much from this draft, man. You know what I mean? We're a team that's going to the NFC Championship. We're not going to have a high draft unless could we pull off something crazy right now and just somehow steal a high draft pick. I'm okay with fleecing the team if I have to do it. We have 2 second-round draft picks. They're both really high, and 2 fourths. What if we gave up 2 seconds and a player? Or I don't even know if we can do... Wait. You cannot add more. Okay, you can only do 3. So let's do 2 of our seconds and maybe a player. Who would we give up? Who would we give up for a pick? Maybe Ron Jones, 81 overall. He's on a 1-year contract. We could go ahead and let the 25-year-old start. Let's see who would this interest for a early draft pick. I feel like that's not really fleecing. I'm giving up a starting left guard who's 80 plus overall, and two of my second round draft picks. I feel like that's definitely not fleecing somebody. So, in my opinion, if you disagree, I really don't care. We're gonna continue to move on here. I'm not gonna take the number 1 overall pick, but they wouldn't even think about that. But on the other hand, the Patriots like it. They're picking 6th. Could we get something, maybe not the 2nd, the 5th, 8th, 3rd? The 49ers are liking it as well. So they would end up having 3 second-round draft picks and a starting left guard. Let's check out what their left guard is. Yeah, they have a veteran quarterback, so they wouldn't really need an early pick. They have Terrell Owens. And they have 79 overall left guard. But it's an upgrade, though. It would be an upgrade for them. Maybe we don't do it with them. Maybe we keep looking for something that'd make a little more sense. I didn't see a 5th or a 4th. Oh, here we go. So 4th is the Browns. What would they want or need? What's their left guard? Oh yeah, they would need this. This makes sense. So maybe this is what we do. We take their fourth pick. Their 4th pick. We'll end up having 2 firsts and giving 2 seconds away. So we end up having 2 firsts, but we also give up Jones. But we have a guy who's 25 in the 70s, high 70s. I think we're going to do that. Let me know what you think of this trade. Who's winning in this trade? Don't be afraid to say the Browns are winning here or saying that I won. I don't care. It'd be cool. I just think, breaking news, Browns give up 1st round draft pick to get a much needed, because you got to think they're trying to address their O-line. They pick up Tony Jones. They're going to go ahead and trade for his brother, the other Jones. They have a young, decent center, and an amazing right guard, and a decent right tackle that actually came out from Cleveland anyway as well. So, and they have a quarterback, so they don't necessarily need this pick. So they're going to go ahead and give it away. Let's see. Is it going to go through? Trade will put Packers below minimum G's. Okay. Trade rejected. Our Jones cannot be traded while holding out for a better contract. Are you kidding me? That didn't work. I mean, they could always go for someone else on our squad, and we just man, Jones, you just had to make it difficult, didn't you? Didn't you, man? Didn't you? We could try and give up. Almost our whole fucking offensive line is. Well, it was worth a shot. We didn't get left tackle. Oh, shite. We're going to need a left tackle. I really wanted to move up, but at the same time, I don't want to force it, if you know what I mean. Wow, they'd actually take a 73 overall DT for 2 first-round draft picks, and do they need a DT that bad? There's no way. He's only 74 overall. They don't need it. You know what? I don't give a fluff, bro. I tried to give it to him. I'm about to fleece the Browns, bro. Cleveland, do what you do. Accept that trade. Oh, my God. They accepted it. Yeah, hey, I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel bad about that. I really don't. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I'm not going for ultimate realism. I'll try to do the right thing. But if they're just dumb and they don't want to accept it or something's in the way, hey, I'm gonna do what I do, man. We just got, and you wanna know what? I didn't, you know, I hurt myself a little bit there. I did give up 2 second rounders, but now we are looking at 2 first rounds. We're missing out on the second round completely, and then picking back up in the third. So I'm happy with that. Let's so we could be looking at getting any of these 4 players. 78 overall. We could replace. We could get Al Tillman. We could possibly end up getting Al Tillman. Addressing Brett Favre's decline early. Not starting Tillman, but you know, having him look. Or we could get a middle linebacker. I don't really think we need a guard or a DT, so we may end up having to go for one of these lower. But I definitely want to take most value that we can get. So we're gonna go with value with the first pick. Let's go ahead, get this thing started. I'm excited for this. All right, there it is. So, talk about value. Seth Brooks or Sammy Brooks is actually still available, so that definitely means the quarterback went first, probably, which I expected. Didn't expect him to really stay on the board, which is going to leave us with a decision to make. With how do we want to go about this? Because this is the thing, we have an extra pick here, so we could just go straight value. We really could. So I'm gonna pick one of these 3. I think. Question is, what do we want most? Do we want to go DT, middle linebacker, or left guard? Let's go check our roster just to make sure. And so left guard. Let's take a look at it. Well, we kind of already are good there in a way. We're not going to be great, but we're definitely good. Like, Wiles grew 6 just by last year. So we don't need a left guard. We also have Rod Jones, who is holding out. I understand that. But, you know, whatever. Then the next one was middle linebacker, which if you look, you know, we pick up Lester Towns. Don't know how he's going to be. This is his first year with us, but we also have Bernardo Harris, who is actually declining. So we do kind of need that in a way. We do kind of need that to lock up that middle. Or we could go DT past it, which, you know, you have Harold Lowe coming off a fantastic season, grew 4 points, and then we just pick up Tim Bowens to a 2-year deal. He's at an 85. You know, we don't really need it. If we pick DT, he wouldn't really be a big factor this year necessarily. But in the future he would be, because Bowen's 29, and you need 2 DTs. And it could be Little and whatever this DT's name is. Sammy Brooks. So, I'm going to go ahead and roll out the left guard. So it's between Mason and Sammy Brooks. And I think I'm going to go... honestly, I really do think I'm going to go Sammy Brooks. I know we kind of need the middle linebacker a little more, but I don't want to pass up on the 80 overall. We only have 2 DTs. We'll grab this guy, and then once Bowen's contract runs out, the guy we just signed, we'll let him go, and then it's going to be Little and Brooks holding it down in the middle. And if we could use one of them as trade bait later if we need to. But I know it's weird to pick a DT this early. You'd think we would go middle linebacker maybe, but I'm going to go Sammy Brooks. I feel like he can just he's going to be able to get to the quarterback really good. So there it is. And then that leaves us with our initial pick, original here. And what are we going to do? We need a tight end. We could go Talton. We definitely need a tight end. Could go John Rivera. No, I'm just kidding. But we could go Rivera, because we definitely need a quarterback as well. He could grow. We need a center. 72 overall. You know what I'm thinking? Though, we might be going right guard. Let's check out the right guard. Just 77 overall. 80 and a 78.7 overall. That's a dominating pick. Draft right there. What's our right guard looking like? Marco Rivera, who's 30 and probably going to be. He's not gaining anything. He's probably going to be regressing. Let's go ahead and look for his. Let's go ahead and look for his relief. A man who's going to be coming and learning and taking his spot eventually. Jay Bradley, welcome to Green Bay. Let me know what you think of those 2 picks. Oh, draft summary for the first round. So Al Tillman went to Buffalo, which that definitely okay. He didn't go number 1. He went 2nd. Tyrone Carlson was taken before him at 70 overall. So do they not get? I guess they don't see the overalls. The computer doesn't see them. Sammy Brooks, we get the highest overall player in the draft. And we made it to the NFC Championship. So that's pretty dope, man. Just saying. After the 2nd round, there's the 1st round. How did Houston do in their first ever draft? You may be asking. Well, not good. Jimmy Dutton, 68 overall. And then wide receiver Billy Bob King. Oh my God, what a badass name. Billy Bob King. Billy Bob. Bro, no fucking way. They seriously. Oh my God, bro. Only in EA. Bro, this man's name is Billy Bob. Bro, what the fluff? He's a legend. He's a beast. Billy Bob King. Are you serious? Holy crap. All right, here we go. Round 3, pick number 30. We're going to go wide receiver here. Or, no, we're not. We are going to go running back. Actually, I'd rather get a running back in the free agency. That's going to be a little higher overall. Let's go tight end. 69 overall. Wilson, that's not bad, bro. That's honestly not bad. But we'll be signing him for sure. We will be signing him for sure. Quarterbacks, we could still go Bailey. We definitely need to address running back, it says. Could get Spangler. 81 speed. No. Let's go ahead and address, let's see, the center. 60 quarterback. Let's go Bailey. And honestly, the rest I'm going to sim because I don't think we're going to be signing anyone else. So let's go ahead and sim the rest of the draft. So there it is. Year number 2's draft. Let me know what you thought about it. Let's see. Hopefully we have enough money to sign these picks. Obviously, we got to sign this guy. Just trying to see if I can't get him off cheaper. Oh, there it is, 270 for 4 years. Okay, there you go. It pays off trying to do that. Bam, 4 years, 180, and it leaves us with 2.90 mil. But we got our 2 highest guys signed. All we need to do now is worry about getting these 2 for the most part signed, and still having money a little bit left over. 2 years, under 1 mil, perfect. And for quarterback, it's gonna leave us with 700K. And we still technically need to handle damn, that's not gonna leave us with anything. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and I think advanced, cut the remaining, and we're gonna figure out any holes that we have in the team, get that situated, and get ready for this next year. But let's see what we're dealing with here once we get through reorder draft, the depth chart. Yeah, let's do that. Let's reorder it. So we're still gonna need a quarterback, a third string quarterback, and we only have 1 running back, so we're gonna have to figure that out, obviously. Tight end Frank's is at 89 overall. O-line, we got a big hole now on the left side of the O-line. That's going to be a little bit of an issue. They're saying to start Wells, which I don't agree with unless Jones is starting somewhere else, which he's not. So we're going to go ahead and change that now. We're a win now team. Wells is already growing. He didn't even start last year. So I still want Jones starting. And I want Bradley. Why would Bradley be in front of Wells? There we go. So that way, if Jones does go down, Wells can get some playing time. At center, Winters is still there. Right guard, Rivera and Dotson. Besides the left tackle, our O-line looks decent. For defensive line, still Vonnie Holiday and Jamal Reynolds, which Tim Bowens does pretty good at right end as well, it looks like. And then in the middle, man, Sammy Brooks. They want to start him because he's young, and you know, I think I actually want to start Sammy Brooks, see what he's all about, and then we'll have Tim Bowens down there. And then I hate to say it, because you know, Harold Little was good. He was really good last year, especially in the playoffs. He's not going to get as much starting time though. If Sammy Brooks is what I think he's going to be, then he may not be getting any time. I want to see something at the left end. How good would Henry Little be? 76 overall? Nah, I'm not gonna change it. I'm just gonna keep it the same. For left outside linebacker, Chad Brown gets to start. Bernard Harris and Lester Towns at middle linebacker. Left outside linebacker. They got no Diggs starting. Yeah, because he is better. We don't have a right outside linebacker, or do we? We really only have one, and he's not that good. But I want him being in a second, just so he can get some time. Secondary stayed the same. Our secondary is untouched. So. To show our unsigned user coaches will not be. Alright, continue. There we go. And start new season. So we're going to let this generate schedule. I think this takes a minute. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's okay. It's done. So let's take a look at the breakdown, what we're missing. So we still need quarterback, running back, and center. So I'm going to figure this stuff out because I'm going to probably have to let somebody go somewhere. And I'll be back when we're done and we'll review the roster. Alrighty, guys. So we're not done yet. Just real quick. Man, I'm going to have to trade someone away. And I know it sounds crazy because he's been on our team. He was on our team for the first 2 years. You guys might not like this, but you see what we have right now, the deal. Vonnie Holiday, our starting left end, our only current left end right now on the squad. We could get a 2nd round pick and a 4th round pick from the Rams. The Rams don't have a left tackle on their roster right now. And in the free agency, the only option for left end, which is something they need, is a 65 overall. So this would really help them, which is why they're willing to give up, what they're going to give up. He is only a 79 overall, but he's 26, so he's still technically growing, but he's not going to grow fast. I mean, I don't see him getting in the high 80s. So, but at the same time, he seems pretty decent. 6 sacks last year, 8 the year before, but not those numbers really that we want. And I was thinking, well, what are we going to do? We won't have a left end. We'll be in their situation. But we have DTs that are pretty good, that can play on the ends, which is probably how we'll do it. So we're going to go through with this trade. I just want to give you guys an update. And it's going to free up $260 million if it goes through. So let's see if it goes through. Trade will put package below minimum DTs. Yes. And there it is. So we have 260 remaining. But now we got to figure out that problem. So we're going to go ahead and try and figure that out. Alrighty, guys. We are back and we are ready. Now we have the lowest freaking roster I've ever seen. We only have 41 players employed right now. Let's hope we have a healthy season, man. We didn't manage our money well. These old games don't give you any type of these old games will let you fuck yourself over. And that's exactly what we did. I actually went and spent way too much money in the offseason on just those few players. I shouldn't have done that. These old games, back on the modern Maddens, you can spend as much money as you want, and money is not an issue. You can just do whatever. Not in these games. I honestly only had enough money to go for one of those guys. I ended up putting myself in a hole by getting Tim Bowens and Chad Brown and Lester Towns. I shouldn't have done that. So I had to fix it, and that's fine. But let's just hope we stay healthy. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the team, and we're gonna do it at the depth chart because I need to reset it anyways. So this is how we're gonna be looking. Brett Favre starting quarterback, backup by rookie Shane Bailey, and then Desmond Johnson. Let's pray he never has to touch the field. 39 overall. Running backs, we have 2. And then our fullback is the 3rd down back, so we only have 2 actual halfbacks. Ahmad Green and Damon Parker. And then if we have to hand it off, we'll hand it off to William Henderson. He's actually proven that he can do it pretty well anyways. Moving on, fullback. William Henderson is getting the full-time start at fullback anyway, so he'll be on the field either way. Wide receivers, Antonio Freeman. His contract, it hurts us a pretty good bit. It hit $5 million, but I think he's worth it. He didn't play as good as Robert Koch did, but I mean, he's still a big part, for Brett Favre, so we're going to keep him on his contract and keep him here. Schroeder, I mean, it's the same wideouts. Tight end, it's still Bubba Franks, and now young rookie Charles Wilson. We'll see how he does. Only 2 tight ends on the roster. Left tackle, looking like an issue. Chad Clifton, that 70 overall. Left guard, Rod Jones, 81. And what I'm thinking about doing here, on the fly actually, we're going to go ahead and take Chad Clifton. We're going to go ahead and bench him and put in left guard Jones. Well, first, before we do that, we're going to move left guard Rod Jones, and we're going to go ahead and let Wells start. So this will be his first year. He grew 6 overall points last year. We're going to go ahead and let this guy start. He'll be a 78 overall. And we're going to go ahead and upgrade the left tackle spot a little more. I think the 3 overall points will make a big difference. Chad Clifton is going to be a bench. And Rod Jones, our left guard, is actually going to play for us at left tackle. So it technically weakens the side just a tad bit, but it evens it out. So instead of having that left tackle be a 70, it's a 73. And now the left guard is a 78. So on the left side is going to be our weak side. 73 and 78. Hopefully they can get it together this year and protect Brett Favre. Moving on to the center, 78. So it doesn't really get much better there. But the right side is where we'll be strong at. Hopefully that will help. Marco Rivera and Earl Dotson are holding it down this year. Moving over to the defense. In the middle, this is something we're going to have to fix. I'm not too sure how we're going to do it yet. Left tackle, or excuse me, left end, they have Tim Bowens. Is that the dude I really want to be starting, though? Let me look. Honestly, yeah, he is the best DT that is going to transition to the end, so we're going to keep it like that. So Tim Bowens is going to stay on the left end. He's going to take that spot that Vonnie Holiday had, and hopefully he can do it. Right end stays Jamal Reynolds. So 83-83 on the inside and outside. We actually got better on both of the ends, on both the outsides. We actually got better. 83-83. It was 83-79. Then in the middle, we didn't really take a downfall there because we still have Sammy Brooks. And this is actually going to give Harold Little, a guy who played phenomenal for us in the postseason last year. He was a rookie. It's going to give him some playing time because Tim Bowens is not going to line up in the middle. It's going to be Sammy Brooks and Harold Little. Sammy Brooks is our rookie. He looks like he's going to be a beast. Harold Little did great. So that's our defensive line. I'm actually pumped for that. 83, 83, 80. Like, that's not bad. Moving over to outside linebackers. Chad Brown, we picked him up. These guys are putting us in a hole financially, but hopefully they can be the thing that pushes us to the fucking Super Bowl. Behind him, Diggs. Middle linebacker, Bernardo Harris, and then another guy that we picked up, Lester Towns. This guy sims very well. I'm excited. So 83, 82, and then outside linebacker. Diggs isn't starting at left outside linebacker, so we're going to let him start at right outside linebacker because he's going to technically give us a boost. A three overall boost. So Diggs will be starting at right outside linebacker spot, even though he's the left outside linebacker. It just helps. So we do have a little hole there, but that's okay. Secondary stayed exactly the same. 83, 77, 73. Our secondary is the same. Darren Sharper is that beast leading the team out there. Leroy Butler. It's exactly the same for our secondary. So after this, I think this is it. This is the year we have to do it. I'm not like ending the series. I'm just saying, as far as financial goes, as far as the team that we have a lot of veterans on the team. If we don't get it with this squad isn't going to get it because we're losing a lot of players after this year. A lot of the O-line, all those players that are holding out, I'm not bringing back because they're very old and they're decreasing in overall. This is the squad we've kept together for the most part. We've added some rookies. We have traded away some players, but for the most part, we've kept the team together for the most part. It's going to be a whole different freaking team after this season. So if they're going to win together, it's got to happen this year. We're opening up against Seattle. That's going to be a next episode. So I hope you guys will join me for that. I'm excited. Man, oh man. I'm excited to see what this DT can do. Sammy Brooks. Man, oh man. Thank you guys for joining me. And until next time, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.